I just wanted to share something, a conversation that I had in secondary school. So it was like a time where I think I was in year eight, and what ended up happening is like I ended up going to the library, and I was with a friend. I can't remember who it was exactly, but it's like I ended up picking a book off the shelf, and it was like, why did you pick up that book off the shelf? I was like, yeah, 'cause this is what I'm into. I was basically letting them know like this is what I'm interested in. I like to read about science fiction kind of stuff and all this stuff. And then the person uttered saying, that stuff is fake, it don't exist. Like, why would you believe in certain things like that? Then I basically told him that, one day, science fiction, the word science fiction is going to be obliterated out of the dictionary. The government's going to have to come to terms one day. I basically let them know in year eight when I was in secondary school, but it's like, what I want to say now is like, the word science fiction is going to be taken out of the dictionary one day. Remember I said that maybe we may not see it, maybe the generations after may see it, but what is happening, what it is like, basically, if you look at how the world is going and like how things are getting exposed left, right and center, this is not even, you can call this a prophecy, but it's like, at the end of the day, it's like, it's observation. Even when I was in year eight, I can observe that by the things that I come across on YouTube or the films that I've watched or certain experiences that I had. But it's like, one day the government's gonna have to come to terms to say like, you know what, they're gonna have to make some rules and regulations saying, and it's like to say like, with all of this spiritual activity going on, UFO sightings, meteors crashing, and things are growing out of the meteors and all this stuff, and what do you call it, and prophecies being fulfilled and all that stuff. It's like one day they're gonna have to come to terms to say like, they're gonna have to come to terms to take the word science fiction out of the dictionary, because the world that we're living in now, all is being revealed. All is being revealed. Like in 2025, we can't be asleep. Like, we have to be awake. We have to research certain stuff. You have to look into things, because life is deeper than you think. I know a lot of people know this right now, but it's like, some people are still having conversations with people, and they're saying to people like, people that are talking deep, they're saying to them like, you're too spiritual, you're too deep, why are you talking like that, why are you thinking like that? Like, you need to come out of that. Like, the world is deep. Like, there's certain things that goes on that is mad. Like, there's certain things that is going on in this world that is unheard of. Do you understand? I'm being sarcastic there, because what it is like, I've gone through certain experiences that to explain it to an average person, I'm not trying to say people are average or anything like that, but what I'm basically trying to say is to explain it to a person that is growing up in the world and they don't know about certain things, or they haven't gone through certain experiences. Like to them, they'll be thinking like, what is this guy on? What is he saying? But at the end of the day, certain things are out there. Like, all this stuff like hallucinations or whatever, all this stuff, it is propaganda. They're trying to, like, they're basically trying to oppress certain people out there in the world. There is such a thing as targeted individuals and people of interest or person of interest. I just feel like to share that, like, because it is what it is. But back to the topic, what I'm basically trying to say is like, science fiction, remember I said this, one day it's not going to be in the dictionaries, or if it is, it's going to be a bio or a password. Like, people are going to be like, this once was, and this is what it is now. Because the government's going to end up having to come up with regulations and rules where they're like, that they have to say like, when it comes to like institutions and stuff like that, they're going to have to say like, Yeah, we respect this person's religious beliefs. We respect that person's religious beliefs. We respect that this is going on. We know of this. We know of that. They're gonna have to. They're gonna have to like just accept that it is what it is. Like this world is just like there's certain things that they can't hide. Like they're gonna have to accept the things that they've been trying to hide for years. They're just gonna have to accept that it's all out in the open. They even, if you pay attention, like when it comes to like ads that pop up on your YouTube channel or the films that have been popping up, they're showing themselves because they know everyone's waking up. They know that is done with. It's up. Like God has been putting in work. God has been working over time, and like these people are just like putting certain things out. Like there's like they've had enough. They literally had enough. Like they know that the time that we're living in is like a different time. It's like we're living in the future. We're literally living in like when I want to say, when it comes to like me saying the future, I'm saying like all the times that when we was young, we're saying like this is gonna happen, that's gonna happen, this is stuff. We're living in a time where we're on the brink of living in a futuristic world. We're basically seeing the advancement of technology, so-called UFO sightings, prophets and certain people doing certain things, and people sharing certain stories. We're living in that time where it is what it is, and people have to gear up and get close to God. People have to pick a side. People are gonna have to stand on their time, because like it's getting deep out here, man. It's getting very deep out here. And the next thing I will say for people, like research who you are, like research your bloodline, research things in the Bible, research your blood type, research when it comes to like psychology, like what type of you're alpha, sigma, or INFJ or extrovert. Like I'm not saying you have to believe in these things, but it's good to know. It's good to know certain things that is out there that could help you out, where it helps you understand certain things about yourself. I'm not trying to say to you believe in psychology, believe in this, believe in that. Psychology is just, it's basically the study. It's less like the study is that people studying the brain and finding out truths and facts of how people react and how people maneuver in the world. But with that being said, I'm basically just trying to say is like we're in a time where we need to do a lot of research. I know a lot of us have been, but it's like we need to do more. We need to dig deep when it comes to like speaking to the Holy Spirit, or going to Google, or going to ChatGPT, or praying, like as I said, talking to the Holy Spirit, talking to God. We need to ask certain deep questions. We need to continue on like asking vital questions that we need to know, because trust me, life is a puzzle. Live this life as a puzzle, then you'll know that your purpose is destined for exploits. Your purpose is destined for a great adventure that leads to a great escape. Know that life is a puzzle that trust me, if you tap in and get close to God, unlock your potential, research, find out the knowledge that you need to know and apply it, you'll end up finding that the life that you're living now is nothing to what you can be in the next few years or anything. Because trust me, there's certain puzzles in life, and I know when I'm saying puzzles it may sound like a riddle. People who get it understand what I'm saying. A person can be a puzzle, a situation can be a puzzle, life situations, like certain things that pop up randomly or pop up in certain times. Like these things, we need to take it in and understand, like if we connect the puzzles, our life can turn out to be some great adventure that leads to a great escape. And what I'm basically trying to say is, like, in this day and age, like, we should want more. We should live for the exploits. We should live for the adventure, the supernatural adventure. Yeah, with finances and joy and love and happiness and all that stuff. But sometimes you gotta take risks. Sometimes you gotta fight fair. Sometimes you have to go to war with yourself. But at the end of the day, this is just a conversation. I'm just trying to have a conversation with you guys. But like, I know I was speaking about the science fiction thing, but I just felt to share a bigger picture.